First and foremost, I mean the problem with the idea that he might have been seeking forgiveness because he hadn't remembered Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, there's twofold problems in it. One is, even if we can accept that he said ghufranak because he disengaged from dhikr, because even those who say that he continued to make dhikr in his heart, in saying that we're acknowledging that he ceased to make dhikr with his tongue. So you could, I suppose, make the case that the Prophet ﷺ may have felt guilty for that, right? But I don't think that's the case at all. I don't think that's the issue at all. I think that it's more to do with the fact that he's teaching people he's teaching people the etiquette, and that the Prophet ﷺ perhaps is teaching us to seek forgiveness because that is a time when we are exposed. The time when we are exposed, because we go into the bathroom acknowledging that exposure, because the dua for going into the bathroom is Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith. So the whole idea really is that when you say the dua Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal khaba'ith, you acknowledge your vulnerability. Right? We acknowledge our vulnerability when we go in, because we're saying, there's different interpretations for what those words mean, but the popular one is that we seek Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's protection from male and female jinn, male and female shayateen, basically, right? And that means that we're susceptible to wasawis, we're vulnerable to waswasa, etc., etc., and therefore ghufranak, when we come out, to say Allah forgive me, or Allah I seek your forgiveness when we come out of the bathroom, is appropriate. So, the other thing also is that it's khala. So obviously we use the term bathroom. That was not the case for them. And it's also a time when one kind of, they remove their clothes and they expose themselves. So these are all things that are, they're the other thing also is that we make maghfir, we seek ghufran, or we seek forgiveness almost as a form of remembrance, and we don't always associate it with a particular sin, but we assume that we are always, that as a bare minimum we are remiss of certain good deeds, right? And therefore we make up for what we owe in deeds, in good deeds, according to the hadith, in sadaqah. What we owe in sadaqah, we make up for it by doing good deeds and making istighfar.